We've been sanding for probably 4 days, 5 days on this Bugatti, and I have not used the DA yet, and today's the day. I'm going to use a 220 on it just like I would anything else. I'm going to use it like a block just like I do every time when I sand the car. I basically did not get into a whole bunch of the DA because we're at the end, and anything that we can make it straighter with a little longer block, we're going to go for it. But I feel like the car is good enough, and it's one of those cars that you can sand with the DA. And the reason I've told you before is because everything seems to be high, so everything's round. Like it's hard to see that it's anything straight or not because it's round. So when we go on the other side of the roof, it's hard to sand with the car up so high. I'm not going to do anything about that right now because I haven't got anything to do anything with it. You know what I mean? So we're just going to get up there and deal with it. I'm going to show you how I did it, and Colton's going to help me. We've got some masks on. We went and got some masks. Oh. We're just kind of what can I say? Eating a little bit too much dirt, and we're going to put some masks on while we'll do it. I'll take them off while I talk, and then once we're done, we'll open the door and we'll carry on and go from there. But we're going to do the exact same thing that we do when I'm blocking the car. If I'm blocking it, trying to do it quickly, Colton's going to use the air. I'm going to use the DA, and we're going to get the top of this thing buffed off in a hurry because that 220 on that primer. It's very hard to sand. It's what can I say? It's like Colton said. This primer with the 220 is harder than the body fill.
It's tough.
It's tough. Yeah. It's tough.
Tough stuff.
It was always a saying when I met Bo Huff. There was no muff too tough for Bo Huff. That was just what everybody said when I met him.
Probably a true story.
Yes. I worked at Bo Huff's for probably. Bo Huff is passed now, rest in peace. I really enjoyed his cars because of the way they looked. Like he was a rockabilly king, I would say, of the rockabilly looking of the cars. He just did everything I thought was perfect. That's what I thought. I enjoyed his stuff probably the most of all the builders, and because I like the flames, I like the different styles of paints. I'm a sucker for black, but I really enjoyed his stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yep. You'll never forget that, will you?
No. I still got a picture at home. A laminated picture.
Okay. We can start up front, I guess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start up front. I got the DA rock and roll. I got one piece of paper left. We're going for it. So I'm just going to get up here. Colton's going to run the air. We're going to run this off just as quick as we can to block that all out. That would probably take us an hour or two.
Probably, yeah.
Probably an hour or two to block that out, probably. Here we go. Basically just trying to hold it flat. Right there you can see where the paintbrush was. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm trying to keep that old DA going just as fast as I can. I don't want to sit still nowhere with that DA working the way it is, especially on this primer. So I've got it looking really good. No, I've got it looking better than good. That's awesome. Just going to go over here and take a look at it. That there I'll sand by hand. I just want to move back some. That's basically all I want to do. Just trying to get it done as quick as possible. And I see no reason why not use the DA. Jolene said everybody was missing the DA. My Uncle Freddie would say, well, there goes the local DA, and that doesn't mean a district attorney neither. There goes the local DA.
Give us your best guess in the comments what DA means.
Alrighty, here we go again. I'm going to hold this thing as flat as I can and move as fast as. Careful. What happened there?
You were leaning on her.
Did it move? We did, didn't we?
Seemed like to do that, but
I just want to see if there's any jack stands. That's all. Can't be doing
yeah,
that.
we're fine.
All right. Listen, we're not on the probably the best of ground, but let's get it done. I'm gonna move this in a little bit. Thanks for coming back, everybody. I'm Bad Chad, and we got Queen Jolene on the camera, and Colton in the house, and Gibby in the house.
Something like that.
Do I dare? Oh yeah, okay. We'll get a little bit more on. Here we go. I'd like you to keep the air with the tools, sort of.
You're a little higher than I think so.
Okay, just bring it just make sure all the dirt's away from this, the back. Hopefully got one survivor left.
One more battle axe.
Yeah, one more go at the kick at the can. That's the only one I got left, man. Ready?
Yep.
Trying to hold it flat at all times. Start tipping it. That's what happens. You start tipping it. Just want to get the guide coat off, that's all I want. You can see, you know that I'm holding that flat. And the reason you know I'm holding that flat, you see that line there? If I was coming around there and wasn't holding that flat and tilt that down like that line would soon be gone.
See ya.
See ya. So what I'm just saying, you can tell that I'm holding it flat because you can see that line pretty well all the way around, can you not?
Stay sharp.
Well, I mean, you still see that line. If I didn't hold it flat and held it down like that, it would buzz it off. Basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. You can see over here, right there where there's a little bit of paintbrush going on. I can still see sort of a little bit. There's a couple little spots right there. I'm going to leave that be. I'm not going to try to do it with this. I'll just take a little block and go over that nice and slow, nice and easy. I'm just going to move to the back window area. And then we'll continue on. And I enjoy having the air on the DA because it keeps me free. Keeps me dust free if Colton wants to keep up, or it's hard to keep up, but it does. And this stuff, this like in there, that's hard to sand, especially up here like where I'm at. Headed up in here, you can see where I was doing that, and I was doing this. Head like this, and I was leaning it in like that. And the reason being is because I don't want to hold that flat all the way over here like that and dig down here and not get that. I want to stick that DA right in there, and I'm trying to get just in that line there and try not to buff all the primer off so it still feathers out nice. That's been welded on the roof there. So there's obviously filler going on there, but I really have to play it right because you can make it look poopy if you don't play it right. Like, you could not run it. You can't take a block and run your block in there and run up this way. What happens is you end up scoring it. So I ran a block this way. We have sanded that way a couple times trying to get in there, but basically you got to pick this block up and get it off that edge when you're blocking that sort of stuff in there. Try to get that in there best you can, and then try to block into it. But if I try to hold it flat, sometimes it'll leave an edge all the way along here instead of being feathered out nice. So when I'm getting that DA, I'm just trying to stick it in there and get where I put the old paintbrush to it, and no harm, no foul. I'll tell you what I was doing. This bit right here, I'm going to sand it just as if I was using one of those blocks right there. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I got almost twice the surface. Don't lean anything anywhere. Don't want to lean it there. I got a surface there and I got a surface there. I want to buff that off after. But when I'm running this in there, if I start going like this and like that, I can buff the edge of the window off, or I can buff the edge of the trunk lid off. So it's a delicate process. Hold it flat. No guide tape left. We want no guide tape. Right there. Give me a piece of tape, please. We'll put that there for a second. There's a little spot there. Little pick right there. Looks like it. Right in front of that tape right there. Not sure if I can get it or not. There's a piece of tape beside it. Hey. And then I can figure it out. Now, as I buff that off, I'm not sure how long that took. You could look on the, you could take and look at it on the camera or whatever. But I'm saying probably to block that off the hand, you'd be a good couple hours. And I feel like it's not going to be any straighter than it is right now. So that's why I took the DA to it. What I am going to do right this present moment is I'm going to run a block over top of it. And why wouldn't I? It only took me, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to run it off, so I can run a block over it for a minute. Just to make sure. Actually, I want that soft block. What's that? Yeah, we're going to open the door. Get some dust let out. Colton?
Yes.
If you want, you can maybe set up a couple benches. 1, 2 benches. We'll do a little bit of priming, see if Colton can remember the mixture of the primer, see what happens.
4 to 1.
Follow him around, see what happens. The inner fenders are right there on the side there. We have the hood that I'd like to prime, maybe a couple other things. The wood is still in the windows of the door, so the doors are going to have to be primed another time, which I feel like is okay. Now I have. Hey!
What?
Just a second, you have to turn that music off. What? I got the soft block up here. It's just a spongy thing. It's wet, dry. I like it in around the windows there because it can just roll around the edge quite nice. Not trying to straighten anything on that edge there. I don't think, but I am still going to block it. That'll give me around the window nice. You're looking good. Now, once we get this 220 done, we're going to do it again with the 400. So, the nicer we can get it looking on this one, the better. Now, I'm just going to run back here a little bit. Get beside the car. Probably won't be the first and won't be the last. So now I'm going to try to get this in here, get that buffed off. That's quite a job, believe me. Get my foot in here, get my glasses off. Now what happens is I've got that guide coat. There's a little place right here where it's got no filler. Well, I've already showed what happens there. There's a piece that comes down and rivets onto the front of the window cowl and comes up here to the top window cowl and rivets on here. And it goes, what it does, it lays in there and allows for it to lay in flush. Now, I'm going to take this bad boy. I don't want to make any grooves in this, the roof, or this, standing in the middle of that. So that's what I'm going to use this sponge for, and try to just jam it in there, let it sand it, so the guide coat's gone. The chain isn't doing me much good, is it? And then I have to sort of block it out so it feels good. I don't want to run this and cause a crease around here. We want to actually feather that in nicely if we can. Just keep on rock and rolling like that. Jam that soft block in there. I don't feel no harm, no foul doing it this way. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. All we're doing there on that, basically on that rib, is sanding the texture out. All them holes all them holes have to be the right size for the ribs to go through. And we will do that with precision, won't we, Colton? We'll do that with precision. And as I'm doing this, as I'm sticking this in here like this, I can sand that edge down there. I'm sanding that. But I got to be careful I don't do this and put it in there and start making an edge going that way. So I want to be careful, give it a little scrubs that way. Basically what's going on is a door lock around a car door, the round door lock. Have you ever seen somebody sand it and go this way, then that way, then that way, then that way? You can see it in the paint job. Not what I want. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. Also, as I'm sanding this, ask yourself, if I put in the rivets, what kind of mess would I have before I sanded it? I'd have to do every one of them between every rivet with 220 and get the texture out of the primer. Whoa, could not imagine. Jolene wasn't impressed with that. Was you not impressed with that? But you put the rivets in that and then try to sand it. Whoa. We've been 2 months. 2 months. What I should have is a good rag, and I do have. It's just right here. I should have my glasses on, but I don't because they're getting dirty.
The old guts are having a hard time today.
The old guts having a hard time. Colton's not eating well. Not eating good. Hasn't been working out for a while. You're going to go down to the washroom? Turn off your speaker. Jolene, you don't want to hear nothing like that. He's going for it. Just going to run this in there the best I can. Try to get that out. Just try to get that in, get it out. Or get in. Scrub that out without making a crease anywhere. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm using a sponge, a softer block, and then everything feels excellent. Everything looks excellent. Not as good as Jolene, but it looks excellent. She says, Colton might get that stuff primed today. I'm not sure, maybe. Yeah, this is hard going in some of these places. And the reason being too, we got it up in the air like this, but it's nice down there. Where the fender's there. And in all honesty, I probably could, acquire one of those things that picks the car up and down and gives you that sort of thing. But what can I say? I want to relate with the people that are trying to build a car. I feel like, I don't know what to say. I feel like there's more people like me in the world that are out there just trying to, make themselves happy by building themselves a car. And they'll do it with any means possible. And that's basically what stopped me from going forward that way and buying that sort of stuff and getting all these big tools and you know, I don't want to go there. And the reason being is I want to be true to the people that want to build a car. Like, I really do. I want to show them that if you want it, you can do it just as well as I can. And the reason I say that is because I can get a tattoo. Jolene's got a tattoo. You know, you can if you want to, right? But I really don't feel like me getting any tools or big tools and slowing down and start doing my thing different is going to make me any better. I feel it's just going to slow me down from doing the things that I want to do. But mainly, I stick to where I'm at because this is who I am. This is the way I do it. I wrestle around on the ground and roll around the rocks and push my guts out. You know, I'm that kind of guy. You know, dig a basement for a house instead of calling a backhoe in. You know, just that's who I am. If I need it done, I'll do it. Don't think what other people can do for me or what it's going to cost. I figure whether I can do it or not, and then I go for it. Do you want to do that? Just want to buff over top of this place where it looks like it has a little bit of a low spot in there. I don't want to be right on the low spot itself. I want to go all the way around it and just make sure I'm not hitting anywhere. If I'm sanding off primer right at the present moment, if I'm just sanding it off, blocking it off, holding the block flat and everything's going good, not going through anywhere, not getting close, keep sanding. And the reason I'll say is because all you're doing is taking product off the car that's not necessary. But when you start seeing something, you better slow down quick. Like there's a fine line between going too far. There's a fine line. It's a very fine line. Right now, I'm just trying to sand it down a little bit more because it's not going through anywhere. I just want to see if I can get that picker. But I can't just do this. Can't do that. Can if you want. You'll see it. All right, we got a few pecks in this car. There's one there, one up in the cowl. Okay. What's the results? And what's going to happen is Colton's going to get them pieces ready to prime. And what I'm thinking is I'll take a paintbrush and steal some of his primer and just touch a couple in places. I'm not getting any big heavy deal going on there. It's all feathered off nice in here, no guide coat. That's really good. Should look really good in there. Should look really good. Fantastic. Sanding out the texture. Yeah, you'd be 2 weeks going around just the rivets on that. If you want to do it right. If you like louvering a hood, if you've ever sanded a hood that's been louvered, you don't know what we're talking about. It looks cool, but it causes a lot of work. Causes a lot of work. We have someone out there. Colton, backdooring us. Oh man, it's hot. You gotta like to keep a good pace. The reason I like to keep a good pace is because it gets done quicker. Crisscrossing it, just kind of sanding with my thumb on that sponge. Not trying to make anything straight, just trying to get that guide coat gone, all the texture out of it.
Priming. We're gonna go for priming, are we?
Yeah,
You go for it.
mix them up or get it.
Put that in there. Go with the rest of this can again.
Can that's open. Going to Fred Rod this weekend. It's good talent playing. Thing done. Matt Minglewood, local talent, known all over the world. Good. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get to watch some local talent from known all over the world. I don't like all that sweat on there, but they call that sweat equity.
You done with the extension cord for a bit?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Alrighty. We got things looking pretty decent. I would say we're 4 or 5 days in sanding with the 220. I could have done a lot more with the DA. I just feel like, we're have to step it up a little bit. Colton come up with a great idea. We're not going to do 220 on the wheel lips. We're going to do 400. No sense burning through on the wheel lips when we don't have to. That was Colton's idea. That was a great idea. Took it. Why not? I'll take any idea that's better than mine. Quicker, save me money. Sure I will. If I'm not, I'd be foolish. Alrighty. I said I could do it. I don't know about how many years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. What else? Jolene has to move her car. Yep, that's the way it goes.
Dad?
What?
You got anything good to mix in?
How about Tim Hortons cup?
Morton's cup?
Jolene's been driving her car quite a bit this summer, and that's what it's for. It's to drive and to make yourself happy. And she's been driving it quite a bit. How many horsepower? 495. Have you tried it out yet? You have? Nice interior. We had fun yesterday in the little coupe. That was fun. Beautiful. She's just going to get it out of the way because we got things to prime, and that primer will carry a long ways if you're not paying attention. I've done a few issues sometimes, or I've done a few things wrong, painting outdoors, not paying attention. But yeah, I drove the little coupe down to the house last night. Drove it down there, parked it. When I woke up this morning, I put my coffee in it. I started her up, drove around the tree, and burned her up the track. And there she sits. Awesome. I'm getting a little quick on the camera, I apologize. Colton's getting ready for priming. He says he knows how to mix it. He knows how to do it all. So basically, he just gets the primer out, and that's what I need, though. You need a helping hand that knows or wants to pay attention, I guess, to get it. What you going for?
Doors.
Door? No, just the hood. The hood, maybe the fender skirts. Just getting everything, too many things primed up, I guess, is the deal. I just want to get, we'll wait till the doors, we get all the stuff off the doors, and then we'll prime them up, and then we can deal with that. Jolene's back. So let's lay them down. We're going to prime the face of them. We're going to prime this. 10 holes in that, would you? Huh? I want to prime. Ooh. I don't think we have to have a blanket there, but kind of an odd looking fender skirt, is it not? These were the things that really slowed me down when it came time to finish up the car, because when she said she wanted fender skirts, it just changed everything. I didn't realize that I didn't realize, I did after I started making them, that the two wheel openings were different. So then when I started to make them, the fender skirts, yeah, I had them made, then they looked different, then they were different. So I had to cut the wheel opening on the driver's side, to cut the wheel opening on the driver's side to fix the shape of it, and then I had to redo the fender skirt again. It really took me back, and I just kind of sat back for a little while and just like, ugh. What, son?
Without this, how much of the Tim Hortons cup do you usually use? Same type of deal?
Well, I'm thinking like two Tim Horton cups would be for, cut that in half.
Cut Tim Hortons cup in half?
Well, like I'm just saying, like if you filled the Tim Hortons cup, it'd be half one of those.
So, right there. It's already a quarter way down.
Okay, well, we
go here. It's already a quarter. So we'll go right there.
Well, why not right in the middle there?
All right, I can do that too. It's fine.
1/2, 1/2, right there.
Right
so
there.
fill it
Between these two.
Yeah, put that Tim Hortons cup. Put that much in it.
How full these are? Just
this full. Right there.
Okay.
That'd be full enough, right?
Yeah.
And then half of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And that way there, yeah, we gotta get some primer on these. The hood is good. Doesn't need thousands and thousands and thousands of coats of primer on it, I don't feel. Or I say it's good. It's got the place over on this side where it did have the filling done on it. It's going to have something done. I'm going to sand that real quick maybe before he gets going on that. We should probably buff these off real quick before you
hold up before I mix then.
Are you mixing right this second? Nope.
No.
Go ahead. You just carry on. I'm gonna get them ready, I guess. Just don't throw the hardener in the primer yet. How's that? So get the primer ready and all that stuff. Just don't throw the hardener in it.
All right.
Just gonna take these bolts out. We're working on it. We're working on it. Going forward. Going forward. Fred's rods this weekend. We're not going to be painted this weekend. We're taking off tomorrow, are we not? Taking off tomorrow. Whole bunch of people are going to be there that we know. Piece of 220 I got here. I'm just buffing that off real quick. And that's what you want to have look nice, is the fitment of everything. We got the doors and the fender. The doors and the fender skirts are basically the main things to look at and see if they really fit good. The trunk lid, the trunk lid also. The hood, I guess it will be. The fenders, I guess you're not going to get to see because they're welded on. You're going to see them. Fitment issue is not going to be one. They're welded on. We fixed a couple things on this before we put the primer on everything. We did all the pinholes on this, and there's still some stuff on the edges that we never sanded yet. Rock guard on the backside. He must have a stuck pipe every day. He beats on the pipes every day over there, don't he? Oh, he stopped. All right, we're going to go with that. I'm going to just actually give it a little hand sand. That's dirty. You know what? I keep saying that you know, paint your car outside. Today I would. But I don't feel like I should. Be foolish of me, I think. Just be foolish of me. And the reason I think it'd be foolish of me because just leaving too many things open to you know, to mess things up. You know, something lands in it, fly lands in it, just ugh. But it can land on the inside also. We got
paper, eh?
What's that? Yeah, let's just blow these up, blow them off, and go for it. I actually wouldn't mind going to keep this mask. 3 masks, $6, $7. Like, oh, ever since COVID, I guess they're very valuable. Call this Outdoor Auto by Bad Chad and Son. Prime? You got a mix?
Sure. No, there's no hardener in it.
I like this. I can just say prime, man. He gets a prime. I don't have to clean up the gun. I don't have to do nothing. All I have to do is the work. That ain't nothing.
All right.
You got to do the work, man.
Putting hardener in it.
Huh?
Putting hardener in it.
Yep.
Good.
See a little scratch going on right here. Oh, scratcher. There's a couple things in this car I'm gonna have to make sure I check out and fix. A couple little things, like the little tiny thing on that fender on that. When I seen that, looked like a little crack. I'm gonna check that out. We already explained it. We already went over it. You know exactly how much to put in.
I do.
He got it. He got this. And if it's not right on the money, don't beat yourself up. It just won't stick. We're just going to do the outsides of these. Should be good for now. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. Let's see if the car starts again. This thing worked good. Huh? I'm not scared. I've heard that car. See? Don't need to put a primer on that. What's that? No, she don't want to ruin the patina. I'll move it once he gets going there. I'm gonna put some. I just had to get in and start it. Man, she wants to go, don't it? How you feeling?
Not bad.
With your hands?
Yeah.
You're doing a good job then. Now, on your hood. Do you remember the places that you need it?
Definitely in the middle.
Yeah.
Huh?
So basically I'm just going to go over this with Colton and I'll go over with you guys at the exact same time. Give him my 2 cents worth. Right there is where he did the filling work. Filling work, that's right there. That's where it needs. So you need a nice strike down there for first off. Maybe a strike on the metal there. I'm going to hit that piece of sandpaper. I don't like what's going on there. And then you're going to do all the fender skirts and the edges.
Just the edges?
You might want to take off that blanket. That's not going to help you out any. It's just going to catch. And you might as well give the hood one over, Colton.
What do you mean? Like a full?
Well, I mean, you would never just want to, like that right there.
Like spray the whole thing on good once. Do you want just the edges on the fender skirts?
Okay, so what I want you to do is, make sure you, that can get done a couple times there.
Okay.
I just want one nice coat on the hood.
Okay.
But you want a product in case you want to sand that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
One
all,
nice
that's
coat
all
on
I'm
the
telling you. And the fender skirts can have just a nice coat,
As well.
3 or 4 coats put on them.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with this one gunful, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
I'll move the car. See that stuff right there? I don't know how that's getting on there,
That's
but
what I'm thinking. Is it your fingers or mine?
I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
I don't like
Probably
it.
mine.
It doesn't matter. You can't have it. Does that make sense? I don't
It
want
does
it.
make sense.
I don't want it. And we're not doing everything perfect here. We're doing it good enough to make it what it needs to be. Look perfect. Jolene says, don't talk like that when you work on my Bugatti. It's not perfect. What do you mean it's not perfect? Is the primer going to blow in on the car? Should we shut the door or the outside door? Huh?
Maybe. Good idea. I'll put this back down for a minute, eh?
No, go for it. Kick ass. Now, hey, whoop, just a minute. You done that twice? Do that twice. I had bare metal showing right there, remember? Okay. Looks good, man. Looks good. Boys, oh boys, he's going for it now, isn't he? Huh? Don't mess with him. And hey, and if you smell a primer, which we're outside, it kind of blows away really quick. If you smell a primer, you can change your mask, but you're good, are you?
I'm alright.
Okay, good. And if people are complaining, he obviously can't smell it or he changed his mask. My boots are too big for this car. Keep hitting the gas pedal. Got to turn off and on gas. Looks like you get enough pressure too. Look, the pressure seems to be right. You can turn your pressure up on your gun. You know that, do you?
Yeah, I like
on the bottom part.
Mm-hmm.
No, the gold one. The gold one.
Oh, here, yeah.
Yeah, that turns your pressure. That's your airline. But you're good. Ah. That's the problem right there.
What?
You know, as soon as you start painting that happens, black light, like it, whatever. It is what it is. Right there. We'll sand it out, but it's just, that's the issue. I start painting outside and get a few of those in it, not interested. They're already in this one. The black flies are in it already. You can't get them out either. I think he's practicing for when he paints, huh? Nice though. He's going to take a ride with the old Jimbo. Huh? Is he? Okay. He's home.
I got in there.
Listen, keep spraying, man. Keep spraying. One up along the edge of that hood where you filled.
I'm gonna go
one
in there.
down along the edge where it's... Yeah, do the whole... Yeah. Do the whole thing if you can. Do the whole thing. Make sure you put primer in there. Can't go wrong with having too much product on it. We just sand it off. Make sure it's wet though, you know, so you don't put too much texture in it. Slow it down so it's wet, you know what I mean? Colton?
Yeah,
okay.
I hear you.
I hear you. I got her there.
Nope.
You're out.
Make more? Is that
Yes,
good?
please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we need a couple more coats on the fender skirts, and then we'll do another coat on the hood. It's not going to hurt it any. All it's going to do is
same thing. A little bit of the hardener, and then
whatever's left over to a cup full of the.
okay.
What you think, baby? Huh? Everything going good? Okay. So basically Colton's in there doing his thing, mixing primer. He's going to put a couple more coats on the fender skirts because the fender skirts need it. The hood needs it, so we'll deal with that. That'll just be a couple more pieces that we're ready to rock and roll. You can see where we hit it with the brush in a few places. He's priming over at the present moment. But basically, let me see. This is the stuff that, right there. See it? Don't want that. See that? Don't want that. Don't want that. That sort of stuff is what we don't want. And it's all over the whole car because the whole car has been filled out. And there's no car that you're going to build in bare metal that you're not going to fill out and paint. I mean, you can, but you know, that's the stuff that I'm going for. The hood was sanded really nice. This sponge thing, I don't like that because it gets in the primer sometimes. I'd rather have it on the hard and just, you know, then you can deal with it. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. I really appreciate it. We did use the DA on the Bugatti like most people thought we probably should or shouldn't. And it worked out just as like a block would. I would have used more of it, but Colton had did a little bit of blocking on it. We are getting closer and closer and closer. I'm just not looking forward to all the work to preparing a dust-free environment to paint it in. That's what I'm not looking forward to. And the reason being, I got the 40 in there. I got a bunch of dust in. From sanding that car, I got a bunch of dust in there. Man, it would be just, I'm not sure what to say, but there's a lot of work there to get that into paint and paint it here. But that's what I do, and that's what I will do. Have a great day and come back tomorrow. Be true to yourself.